Nick Castellanos certainly came up big in this one. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Sensu Media here cap of this afternoon's first game of the doubleheader between the Phillies and the Washington Nationals, as the Phillies defeat the Nationals by a final score of 5-3 as they take the first game of this doubleheader. And I guess before we get into this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please do engage the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So Nick Castellanos came up big for the Phillies this afternoon in the first game of the doubleheader. Of course, we did give up scoring runs later in the ball game, but a win is a win, right? So we win our 10th straight against the Nationals, and that ties the franchise record for most wins against a single team, right? I mean, that's the last time we did that since when they were the Montreal Expos. Of course, they are the modern-day Washington Nationals. So it's very interesting. Ranger Suarez kept us in the ball game. Josh Bell continues to kill us. So I'm not even going to talk about the second game yet. At the time of recording this video, the Phillies are leading 8-6 heading into the bottom of the 10th inning. But I'm not here to talk about that. Video recap coming out after this one. I'm going to be talking about the first game of the doubleheader here. Let's pick up the scoring summary here in the top of the first inning. Nick Castellanos doubles on the sharp line drive to right field the other way. Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper come around to score to two former Washington Nationals, and the Phillies now lead it 2-0. So Nick Castellanos, who had a great night last night collecting some RBIs, drives in two here in the first, and definitely a hot start for the Phils. Castellanos' 16th double of the season now. Hopefully this is going to get him going 2-0 Phils. So I said when we were going down there, I said this is a perfect time for guys like Nick Castellanos to get their swing back. I mean, guys are not really seeing the baseball too well right now. This is a perfect opportunity for these kind of guys to get it going. When you play a bad team, it can kind of help get your swing back. Maybe this is what Nick Castellanos needs, 100%, and he's looked so much better. And then we pick it up here in the top of the third inning. Odubel Herrera grounds out to second base, out to his former teammate Cesar Hernandez. Bryce Harper comes around to score, and the Phillies now lead it 3-0. So Odubel Herrera gets the job done on the RBI ground out. I mean, that's not the most exciting way to score a run, but runs are runs, and runs lead to wins. Just do the little things right. At least he didn't strike out. At least he didn't, hit a pop-up, into, foul territory. He got the job done. He got the job done. He hit the ball to the right side. So that is fundamental baseball. So great job at El Torito. And you don't really see that too much out of him, right? He's not a guy that does fundamental baseball. And he certainly didn't do it later in the ball game. Bases loaded, nobody out, and he strikes out. But he did it right there. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Alec Bohm, he collects an extra base hit. Alec Bohm collected an extra base hit. And it was only his 9th double of the season as he doubles on a short fly ball the other way to right field. Of course, it was the other way. Nick Castellanos comes around to score, and it's 4-0 Philadelphia. So Alec Bohm needed that one. 9 doubles down the year. I mean, that is just crazy. I mean, this is a guy that's pretty much been playing every single day this year. He's had so many plate appearances, and he only has 9 doubles. I mean, that goes to show you why the OPS is as low as it is. Just around like the 650s. I mean, the guy just can't rank up the extra base hits, and he just hits singles to right field. I talk about it all the time. So hopefully this is a sign of things to come for Alec Bohm. He needs to start ranking up the extra base hits. I'm not saying he's got to hit all these home runs all the time, but starting in some doubles, man. I mean, we need to see that more. Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the third inning. The Nationals get on the board as Lane Thomas doubles on a sharp line drive to left field. Victor Robles comes around to score, and the Nationals now make it a 4-1 ball game. That was Thomas's 9th double of the season. So the speedy Victor Robles, who's definitely been playing better baseball as of late. He has like an average right around the 250s, which is higher than Juan Soto's, which is just hard to believe. Juan Soto has been terrible, recently. I mean, he's had, definitely, just a mediocre year. It's really a shame for him. This is a time, the Nationals, they're going through one of the worst times in franchise history. I mean, of course, go back to the Expos days. I mean, there was some pretty bad times, even when they first got to DC, like 05 to like 2010, they were absolutely terrible. So we're going through another tough time right now. And this is a time where Juan Soto, if you're Juan Soto, you got to really start playing better baseball. I mean, I understand GM and president of the Nats, Mike Rizzo, said we're not going to be trading Juan Soto, but, this is the time where you really got to start playing better baseball because, teams are going to want to trade for you. But they're not going to be, as inclined to trade for you when you're hitting, you're only like around 220, which is what you're doing right now. I mean, I understand his OBPs are around like 370, but still not where he should be. But of course, he's Juan Soto. He's going to bounce back. He's going to be fine. He's definitely been battling something. Of course, he did slip in the dugout the other day and hurt his arm. We pick it up here in the 10th, 6th inning. Riley Adams goes to first on a pickoff attempt, and the throw was just totally wild as it went by Josh Bell. Alec Bohm comes around to score, and it's now a 5-1 ball game. So this Nationals team, they can't pitch, they can't field. I mean, they can hit a little bit. I mean, they're no slouch offensively, but my goodness gracious, I mean, this is just a bad Nationals team. I said it the other day, I'll say it again. This is just a really, really bad Nationals team. We pick it up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Josh Bell does it again as he homers on a fly ball to right center field. A 2-run shot also scores Nelson Cruz. Bell hitting from the right-handed side of batter's box as he goes the other way, and it's now a 5-3 ball game. So Josh Bell continues his, pretty much amazing season. 9 home runs now in the year. I mean, he's definitely been swinging a hot bat. I mean, you go back and take a look at his last 162, even dating back to last year. He's definitely put up all-star numbers. We saw what he did in the first half of the 2019 season when he was a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates. I understand he did fall off in the second half of 19, but in the first half of 19, he was unbelievable. Of course, he was an all-star that year. Definitely had a struggled season with the Pirates in 2020, and then, Mike Rizzo went out and traded for him in the 2020-2021 offseason, right around Christmas. Actually, I think it was on Christmas Eve of 2020 when he traded for him. He's definitely, produced for the Nats this year. With Soto struggling, I mean, Josh Bell has definitely stepped up and helped that, really bad Nationals team. He was awful to start last year. Remember, he was hitting only around 140, through May 15th. Then, right around after that, he really started to, play better baseball. Kyle Schwarber out of the leadoff spot, collects 1 knock, scores one of the Phillies 5 runs. Also drawing a walk. Average now sits at 213. OPS at 837 is still up there. And Rhys Haskins, certainly a rough performance for him as he goes down and strikes twice. Average now jumps to 248. Rhys just did not have it in the first game of the doubleheader. And Bryce Harper, 3 knocks in the first game. I mean, 3 singles. Scoring 2 of the Phillies 5 runs. I mean, another walk. I mean, a 323 average now for this guy. Just MVP, and 1,013 OPS. I could just go on and on about this guy. I mean, I just don't know what to say about this guy anymore. Of course, the average is now higher than 323 because he did something in the second game. We get to that in a little bit later, but this guy is just a machine. He really, really is. Nick Castellanos, your Phillies has to media player to game 2 knocks this afternoon, recording 2 RBIs. After the first game of doubleheader, he's hitting 262. He had a good night last night. He has another good day. The first game of the doubleheader. Peter Gorys collects 2 walks, but not much out of him. Goes down on strikes 2 times. Odubel Herrera did go hitless, but he was able to drive in Bryce Harper in the RBI ground out to second base, right? So he was able to, do some fundamental baseball right there because we had bases loaded, nobody out. Davey Martinez brings in Carl Edwards Jr., and he strikes out the side. So he gets Herrera, Bone, and Stott looking. How in the world does that happen? And of course, I know he's, very, very good in that bullpen over there, a really bad bullpen, a really bad pitching staff, period. Carlos Jr. certainly a bright spot over there for Washington. Definitely a trade, piece there. Definitely, he's not going to be in the Nationals in 2 months, but, definitely, been solid for them over there, 100%, 100%. Maybe the Phillies should be looking at, Alec Bohm, 3 knocks in this one. The RBI double, 2 right field. I have no problem with that. I do wish he could pull the baseball a little bit more. That's my only thing I will say about Alec Bohm, but he was able to get the job done right there. He certainly had a good afternoon, no question. Bryson Stott, not much out of him as he struck out twice. When hitless, he definitely started to fall off again. It's a shame. He does need to play every day, though. You know what I mean? He needs to get his ABs in there. Garrett Stubbs, after the amazing heroics he displayed the other day against the Miami Marlins, he comes back out. Gets to start in this one as he did go hitless, but is able to draw 2 walks. Garrett Stubbs, the GOAT. And we go take a look at Ranger Schwartz start. 5 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, all 3 were earned, 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. So decent start for Ranger. Kept us in the ball game. Not anything great. I mean, this is pretty much what he's been giving you so far this year. I mean, it hasn't been at the same level as last year. I think we all know that. He just hasn't been that same guy, and that's okay. That is okay. I mean, the starting rotation has been amazing, especially since Aaron Nola has stepped it up and he's really gotten better grip of that curveball. So we've had other guys step up to kind of make up for it. It's all right. I do miss, seeing him really just dominate. Remember, I mean, this is a guy that pretty much it was so rare when he hit a lot of home runs. It seems like the home runs have been, a little bit higher this year, 100%. Connor Brogdon continues to be above average. An inning in the third, 2 hits. ERA now drops down to 2.16. So he was able to get the job done. Serenity Dominguez with another solid inning, striking out 2, and then we bring in Brad Hand for the save. It was very interesting. Of course, he allows 2 on, 2 out, and he was able to get the job done. Finally, against his former team, his second save of the season. We need to see him come out of the bullpen more. It's always scary. It's always something. Like, it can never just be 1, 2, 3. It's always like you're sitting in front of your TV. It's like you're just like you're about ready to have a heart attack. I've never seen a team just struggle with this so bad. It's just sad. So we're able to pull out a win in the first game of doubleheader. Of course, I'm not even going to talk about the second game of doubleheader just yet. So I have a little bit more to say about this one. So it's nice to see other faces, as I talked about last night, come up and produce. I mean, Nick Castellanos, who's really hasn't been producing at all over the past month. Produced a lot last night. He definitely produced in this game. This lineup has depth. I talked about it before. It has depth. So that is what this lineup is supposed to be. Going into the season. That's the name of the game right there. That is the name of the game right there. So this is what this lineup was meant to be like. I love to see that. I just love to see that. So it's definitely strange, as I said before, to see old friends Cesar Hernandez and Michael Franco over there play for the Washington Nationals. Certainly a strange sight to see. Franco looks a lot different than when he last played for the Phillies. Remember, he had those long dreadlocks. All the facial hair. Of course, now he has shaved his hair. Kind of looks like he did in his, rookie year in 2015 with the Phils, when he broke his wrist and missed, pretty much a majority of the later part of the season, 2015. And of course, he came back that final series in 2015 to hit that home run to center field. I think that was game 160 of the 2015 season that year. So, rocking that look again, the younger Michael Franco look. So Cesar Hernandez, switch hit bat. I mean, it provides great defense. Of course, he's not going to be a guy that's, going to do too well at the plate. I mean, of course, he's, hitting for, decently high average around the mid 270s, but his OPS sits around 660, which is just, not impressive. But for a guy like Cesar Hernandez, I mean, that's not absolutely terrible. The OPS certainly isn't, blowing me out of the water. That's for sure. It's pretty low. That is pretty low. Ranger Suarez, as I said before, decent start, not great. I mean, I'm disappointed a little bit. This is pretty much what he's been giving you this year, and it's hard to really complain and say, hey, he's keeping us in the ball. He's not like he went out like Patrick Corbin, 3 innings, 7, or he wasn't that bad. It's just kind of mid. You know what I mean? Like, it was good, decent. It's not like, oh my gosh, look at what Ranger Suarez did today. Nah, we haven't heard that in a while though. And of course, I believe this was 2 starts ago. I think he went 7 innings, 2 earned. He was going against a really bad team. I really thought he was going to have a great start today. He just didn't. He just didn't, and partly just because of the Josh Bell. He probably definitely would have went 6 innings if he did not allow that home run to Josh Bell. Like a lot of this pitching staff, they really struggle to recover. So, the second game would start at 7:05. Of course, that is already final. I'm not even going to say what the final score was. I'm sure you all know by watching this video. Espinito took the ball for the Nationals, and Bailey Falter got the start for the Phils. I would say it was an opener, but it really wasn't. I mean, he went 5 innings. But again, I'm not really going to talk much about the second game. The second game recap coming out right after this one. So I'm literally going to stop the recording here. Then I'm going to put on the road gray jersey, and then I'm just going to do the second game recap. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please share the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media links in the description section at Phillies Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at Media. Card text 267-225-3392. Email me philliesmedia@gmail.com. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go Phils. I'll see you guys.